But he asked the guy.
Well, you can like walk. I don't know.
So probably 12 to 13 months.
Are you going?
Yeah.
Really?
So, any order or just...
No, ask whomever you like. The last person to write should be your father, and yourself, your brothers should write the last one.
I can't have
Stuart, you want to write the first letter? Yeah, you want to? Really? Great.
Means that you're writing with you're writing with
I thought we were writing. Huh? I thought we were writing. I'll explain to you later. I'll explain the process later with the writing. Oh, I'm doing the same thing. Is that what you have in yours? Is that what you speech? What?
You ever shake his hand one more time?
Process. Also, he hot.
Straight.
I never looked at it back.
Straight.
Plus, this is brand new. I'm sure after a while it wears out. Yeah, it's a book. These are showed to mom and dad. Yeah, the other traditional ones are. The traditional ones are, you know, more mom and dad.
We are
Jeff?
12 to 13 months.
Are you going?
Yeah.
Really?
So, any order or just...
No, ask whomever you like. The last person to write should be your father, and yourself, your brothers should write the last one.
I can't have
Stuart, you want to write the first letter?
Yeah, you want to? Really?
Great. You got stuff there ready for the summer, right?
I didn't leave well because it's a different apartment.
But you also know what you need after you did it,
Yeah.
right?
Well, also, I mean,
Yeah, you got rid of it, right? You know, she wanted every 45 minutes. We'll walk to the shore and then there's breakfast. Exactly.
Straight.
I never looked at it back.
Straight.
Plus, this is brand new. I'm sure after a while it wears out. Yeah, it's a book. These are showed to mom and dad. Yeah, the other traditional ones are. The traditional ones are, you know, more mom and dad.
we are
Jeff?
Straight.
I never looked at it back.
Straight.
Plus, this is brand new. I'm sure after a while it wears out. Yeah, it's a book. These are showed to mom and dad. Yeah, the other traditional ones are. The traditional ones are, you know, more mom and dad.
we are
Jeff?
I do.
You want to know when does school start? September 1st. Next week. Wait a second. Wednesday. What grade? 4th? Excited? You like school?
I don't like this school.
You like the friends?
I like, no.
Back no mailbox.
I like, I'm going to spend.
Oh, yeah? Next year? Cool.
I like some people.
Faith, a lot of faith in the word of God.
How you doing? Beautiful. She wants beauty tips.
Personal best. Nice and slow.
Tani? Tani.
You're saying the handles are beautiful. Go ahead. The handles are right here.
I'm about 3 years died.
Oh, really?
I'll touch it. I'll get it.
So much for my theory.
Thanks so much.
Oh, excuse me. I didn't see our own.
I asked if women get to do it. No? So Jerry thought we were doing it.
I wonder how long it takes for that to dry. I guess pretty
Obviously
quickly.
computer there.
So you can't carry it open.
That's what I'm saying. I'm here to get there at 9:30.
No, no, you have to close it before you go there.
Here, take one. You want to take a picture of us? Me and my small grandson. Oh, wait, let him finish.
What's the frown for?
One more.
Sir? Steve?
Yes. Thank you.
Beautiful. One more, hold up.
Just 1 minute.
Ready, guys? One more, hold that.
Second, guys.
Come back in there. Hold that, guys. Hold up, ready? 1, 2. And one more, hold still.
This Rabbi Cohen, my brother Doran.
Sure, I was there a few times in the beginning. Yeah, hi. Oh, that's thank you. I remember when you first came, I was davening. I'm going back and forth. My son is here, so I go to Chabad. Very soon I'm coming here.
From the main brothers of Israel. There's no rabbi at the satellite. No. Huh?
No, I'm going to walk with you guys.
How far are you?
That's it.
Instead of like, if you already watched it, so yeah, I remember that's when we see Robin and then I went there.
Here's David. David and stuff there.
Good job.
So we must be doing tefillin and stuff while it's doing.
Okay.
Julie.
Harry. I did.
I think so. David, you're going to go next, right? If you want stuff,
You're not going to let me hold it?
get out my time.
My time. ask about me? You say hello?
Scotty, you should color in a letter. You gotta be like a jeweler, somebody who does jewelry, and see things like that. Rabbi Paul, my brother Doran.
Sure, I was there back in the beginning. Yeah, hi. Oh, that's I remember when you first came, I was davening. I'm going back and forth. My son is here, so I go to Chabad. Very soon I'm coming here.
From the main brothers of Israel, there's no rabbi at the satellite. No. Huh?
So I'm going to walk with you guys. How far are you?
That's okay.
Instead of like, that's the only questions I would Yeah, I remember last when we see Rabbi and then I went there.
Here's David and stuff there.
Drab is the word you're looking for, maybe.
Solid.
Huh? Solid? Okay, that's a nice way of putting it.
If it wasn't for me, he'd be here in his,
My shorts, not the end of the world. Matzah, hold the Torah. Kiss the Torah. Kiss. I'm sorry. Irene portrayed the shame Yushan Sefer HaTorah. Right. Right.
Have in mind that you're fulfilling the mitzvah.
Have in mind, I'm sorry?
That you're fulfilling the mitzvah.
No problem.
In writing, in the name of writing the holy Sefer.
Well, the issue is that he wears a chest protector.
Matzah, you want to try? Matzah, you want to hold it in? Come on, let me do that.
Brandon, as we're driving back to this squad, drives up to two girls in the neighborhood. Just walking up the street. Yeah, no, they're me on the back. No, I know what they're doing. Are you interested? How about you?
we have about 6 or 7 more.
Have in mind that you're fulfilling the mitzvah of writing the Sefer Torah. So should your partnership with things. With this, you should be very careful to fulfill many mitzvahs. Mitzvah. Wow, you really like it. We'll do the whole world.
I told Jordan they can finally score in free goals.
Every day? I'm not old.
Thank you. Mazel tov. Mazel tov. Hey, how are you?
Yeah? Did you write the Torah? Yeah. Yeah, you like being filmed. That's right. Uh-oh.
Comfortable and don't go out of your way. Put the schedule now.
When you have a chance.
Oh yeah, it's right away. Who was supposed to take care of it?
Thank you.
Thank you. The whole week. What's the like these? Great weather for you. Last year, I remember last year, 2 weeks ago.
There are some people that hold a woman.
My one friend of mine went and did it.
Really?
She actually held the pen and the rabbi got it. I don't know.
That's more of a. No, also she held the pen rather than the rabbi, so she didn't actually write.
Okay.
You missed my story about how anytime single. Beautiful.
So you write a song, okay? Hold my hand together. So you want to say the women placing, the Kaparani, placing, same position, say Torah. Okay, gotcha.
I would never do that. I would want to say. At our friend's house. Yeah, it's different.
It's driving me crazy at home. Mom, I'm going to be late. I said, Harry, you want to leave for the wedding. What? You know what? It took me a little while to get used to it. Yeah, I'm so used to it, you know? But her whole, he is so early. He wanted to leave for his kid Katani's wedding at 4:30 for a 6 o'clock wedding. I said, Harry, we're not leaving at 5 o'clock when you had to get to bed. We're late. We came 2 minutes to 6. 2 minutes to 6.
like begging her back, and they like beg, I beg you, honey, please come back to me. And it was very.
I don't know hear that from you, so it's good to
I do it really probably constantly between more than 2,000 people a year.
I don't know, because we haven't experienced, they don't, you know.
It says I'm on proper things. Come in a little bit closer.
I ran away from this. Nobody there. It was a horrible neighborhood. Now, yeah. There's a shore there. Happy now, this is the better song. Morning, Hey, Dad. Dad.
He's like, I was usually, I don't know.
Yeah. Shimmy is tall. He's taller than Shimmy. He's 14 years old.
I saw him a year ago.
Yeah, he was shorter than me. At bar mitzvah. Sure. In 6 months, Mommy. 6 months ago, he was shorter than me. 6 months ago, he was
Jared hit the game time shot. Show you kind of in your face.
Yeah, right. The youngest like towers over the elder. But that goes with the height, I guess. It goes with the whole picture. Wow, I remember it as well. You're right, he wasn't high.
That's the Torah.
since February. Since February, like 6 months.
The last letter, the number.
Oh, I see. So the lamed, that's the you see, otherwise everything is written next to it. No. This was all done just from here down. Just this.
100 letters.
Yeah.
So say,
And the letter.
Took the glasses off and got them in my hand.
You write the letter, the letter Lamed.
Yes.
And it's the last letter of the word Yisrael.
Oh, yeah, I see.
Call Yisrael, the whole Jewish nation.
Yes.
And with that, you're fulfilling the mitzvah of writing a safe time. How hope my you? Yisrael.
Yeah, I should hold my right hand. That's right.
So you're writing Yisrael. Yisrael.
Once it dries, it'll take 10-15 minutes.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov, simen tov, simen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simen tov, simen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simen tov. Yehelanu, 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 l'cha Yisrael. Yehelanu, yehelanu, l'cha Yisrael. Simen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simen tov, simen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simen tov, yehelanu, yehelanu, l'cha Yisrael, yehelanu, yehelanu, l'cha Yisrael.
I didn't have a video first then. It's heavy, isn't it?
We'll do a bigger one outside.
Yeah,
You're on doorway.
Julie?
Okay, guys, ready? Awesome. One second.
Turn.
West Kid.
You just stick with me. We're gonna be pop rocks.
Mazel tov, cement tov, cement tov, cement tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, cement tov, cement tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, cement tov. Yelanu, 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 Adonai Yisrael. Yelanu, yelanu, Adonai Yisrael. Yelanu, yelanu.
Really perfect. You want your $20 now?
Yeah.
So that fixed electricity?
Oh, wow. The musician is
A lot of
here.
poor
What is
people
this?
gonna be
Aaron, you're right there. Nice ring, Aaron.
Originally has a feel.
We'd better go across the street when there's no traffic. Wait, wait.
Next. Yeah. Well, no, because I think they've closed so much stuff.
Melech Yisrael Chai Dekaya Simen Temeta Umazo Mazota Yehelanu Lechol Yisrael Amen Simen Simenta Umazo Mazota Yehelanu Lechol Yisrael Melech Yisrael Chai Dekaya Zementa Umazo Mazota Melech Yisrael
Melech Yisrael Melech Yisrael David Melech Melech Yisrael
David Melech Melech Yisrael Chai Dekaya Zementa
You want to come to the box?
Money. Go inside, get it.
Stephanie's just like you with the shoes. Yeah, I just said that.
Yahweh
Yes. Just like your mom. She does.
השם אלוקינו, אוי בניהו, הנביא עבדך ובמלכות.
Go get my kids.
Yeah. Mazel tov, simcha. Yelanu l'kol Yisrael. Simcha, mazel tov, simcha.
First of all, again, I'd like to thank my parents for allowing us this privilege and agreeing that dedicating a Torah in their honor is a very special honor. And it's something that actually you may not know, but there's a mitzvah to actually have a Torah written for yourself. Not everybody is fortunate enough to be privileged to fulfill that mitzvah. So we are very fortunate and thankful that we were able to do this in their honor. I'd like to thank my brother and sister, Doran and Molly, for agreeing that this is a worthwhile endeavor and that it's hard to get a present from parents who have everything. So a Torah is a very special thing that, according to Rabbi Berger, who helped commission and write the Torah, told me the Torah can last 80 to 100 years. So hopefully this will be in our family for many, many years to come and be used. And every time it's used, it will be in their honor and will benefit from the mitzvah, and so will the entire family. I'd like to thank some people who helped make this possible, who helped in the coordination of this. Seymour Shapiro, who's very involved in the shul, who helped me in many ways. Seymour right there. Thank you very much, Seymour. Rabbi Nissan O'Braun, by the privilege of meeting not too long ago. He's a very special man. Also, he's involved. He was the rabbi of the Brothers of Israel Shul and oversees this shul as well. Many people don't know there's a shul here. It's very hard to understand that there's a shul in an apartment building. There's no signage, but somehow all of you were able to find it here, and we're grateful for that. Also, our good friend Rabbi Shapiro from the Chabad. Where are you? There he is, Rabbi Shapiro. It's nice to see that in all the shuls in this area that we're busting at the seams. It's tight in here, it's tight there. It's a great thing to see that we're always running out of space and the shuls are thriving. And last but not least, Rabbi David Berger, who had to leave, but he's the one who was in charge of arranging for the Torah. He's from Lakewood. He's a very special man. One thing I'd like to say about a Torah is when the Torah goes back to the time it was given. The Torah doesn't change, and the words in the Torah are extremely special. They're the book we live by. And if you think about it, we read the Torah week after week, year after year. We daven, say the same thing, 3 times a day, say the same thing on the holidays. But what we really have to get out of the Torah and the davening is that we changed. The Torah doesn't change, the Siddur doesn't change. It's our life experiences that change. And as we grow and mature and have life experiences, we can relate them to different lessons from the Torah that maybe we didn't have an appreciation for at a younger age, but as we grow up, we're able to realize the insight and the specialness of a particular story or lesson. So it's very special to be able to continue our Jewish tradition of reading the Torah and being part of the Jewish history. One last thing I'd like to say, we debated whether we should postpone this event because, as many of you know, my uncle, my mother's brother, was involved in an accident on July 1st. And we didn't know, if he would make it and how he'd do. And thank God he's doing better. It's a slow and steady process. But in Jewish custom, we have to be grateful for the good things. And we don't postpone a special event because of something that was not so fortunate. So we have to hope that the dedication of this Torah will also be for his benefit, and that he should have a refuah shalem and continue to get better each and every day, and benefit from this Torah that I'm sure will be used for mitzvahs, and he should benefit from it. I'd like to take this opportunity to call up Rabbi Braun to say a few words.
A big mazel tov to the Teifel family, the Schwartz family, and everyone who's here. It's really a very, very special and wonderful occasion. As Carrie mentioned, not many have the opportunity to do so, but to have a Sefer Torah written and to complete it is a unique opportunity, a special moment, and we are certainly privileged here at the shul to be the recipients of the Torah. We look forward to using it for many Shabbatot for many, many years. It's a privilege for us to have it. We certainly will. We'll enjoy using it week in and week out. I'll share with you a story that was told to me as a true story. I can't verify it, but there is truth in the story. The story is about a palace in India that was built a few centuries ago. A prince had built for his princess there's tremendous power you can go about doing it. Right? Maybe you buy books, maybe you learn, all those wonderful things. But I think that when they offer those explanations, they're well aware that there really is nothing that can take the place of writing a Torah. There is something that is so special, something intangible, something unique about a Torah, that even when they offer the excuses, they know that it really is irreplaceable. The opportunity to write a Torah, to have a Torah in the family, something so beautiful and special about the Torah itself, that it indeed is irreplaceable. And lastly, I would certainly add that you have in the family really a patriarch and a matriarch, Julie and Henry, who are very much the life force of this family, who have given to the family and taught the family and shared with them, and really given the family a life force through their traditions and values and Torah. And it's an unbelievable honor to dedicate the Torah, which represents our life force, to parents and grandparents and great-grandparents who really represent the life force of this wonderful and beautiful family. So wish everyone a mazel tov, a big mazel tov. And thank you very much.
As his or her Torah, I ask myself, what exactly does that mean? What qualities does this person have? What legacy do they want to leave behind? As my parents' oldest child and someone who has reached midlife, I can appreciate the fact that as we get older, we begin to reflect and think about the deeper questions. What do we want to be remembered for? What is important to us? And the Torah is our guidebook on how to live our lives as Jews. It is a blueprint that God used to create our world. God also created the world to enable people to act. If everything were simply handed to us, we would never be more than recipients. But God wishes us to become like Himself, creators. When we contribute our own energy, improving and increasing physical and spiritual goodness in the world, God not only blesses our efforts, He takes us as partners and co-creators along with Him in all of creation. Both my parents have been active partners with Hashem in creating a life they can be proud of. Through many trials and tribulations, they can look back at their lives with satisfaction. They know what it means to take a crisis and turn it into an opportunity. Actually, the Hebrew word for crisis is mashber, which also means a birthing stool. In Hebrew, crises are not just opportunities, they are birth pangs. Something new is being born. That's why Jews have survived every crisis in 4,000 years and emerged even stronger than they were before. My parents lived through a major crisis of the last century, the Holocaust. My father was a young boy who lived in Lodz, Poland, and my mother a young girl who lived in Czernowitz, Romania. They met in Munich after the war and began a new chapter in their lives. Yet they were impacted by what they had experienced during World War II. My father remembers traveling from one place to another with his family to escape the Nazis. And my mother hid out in the woods with her family. My father lost his birthright during the war. My father vividly recalls how his father, who operated one of the largest bus companies in Lodz, put all of his money, every last penny he had, into jars and buried them in the front yard of a house they stayed in for about a month. When the Russians invaded Poland, Polish money became worthless. On April 15, 1951, 6 years after the war, my parents traveled to America and arrived on my mother's birthday. And while my father struggled to make a new start, and although he came over with nothing, he was able to slowly have success, first in operating an egg farm, then as an egg dealer, and finally seeing his dream of being a hotel owner become a reality. And my mother has told me on many occasions that her mother's house was always filled with company, even when the family had very little in the way of resources, filled with relatives and friends who sat around the table over good food and conversation. They were a creative bunch with many writers, poets, and musicians. My mother took what she saw to heart and has always thought of others in the way she knows what her family likes to eat, in the type of gift she buys, and the sensitivity she brings to everyday life. She also inherited her family's musical ability. My parents both have gifts that they've expanded on. From my father's business acumen that he inherited from his father, and my mother's generosity of spirit which she inherited from her mother. And they have passed these traits on to their children. They had a dream and took the steps to turn their dream into reality. They not only survived, but persevered, a trait they inherited from being born a Jew, a part of a nation that has been through our share of persecutions and has not only survived, but thrived. Mom and Dad, I wish you a hearty mazel tov on this Torah dedication, and as you celebrate your 60th wedding anniversary. Thank you.
Wow, that was very good, Molly.
To do this dedication, but Carrie really took on a lot of the planning that you see today, organizing what happened at my parents' house and then the luncheon. So Carrie, I really appreciate everything you did, and you did a great job today. I did a little research on what goes into creating a Sefer Torah, so I just wanted to share with you just a few facts that I thought were interesting as part of this dedication. Written entirely in Hebrew, a Sefer Torah contains 304,805 letters, all of which must be duplicated precisely by a trained sofer, an effort which may take as long as approximately 1.5 years. An error during transcription may render the Sefer Torah invalid. According to the Talmud, all scrolls must also be written on a gevel, parchment, that is treated with salt, flour, and I'm not sure what this word is, but maphotism, a residual of wasp enzyme and tree bark in order to be valid. Scrolls not processed in this way are considered invalid. Most modern Sefer Torah are written with 42 lines of text per column. Very strict rules about the position and appearance of the Hebrew letters are observed. Any of several Hebrew scripts may be used, most of which are fairly ornate and exacting. The fidelity of the Hebrew text, the Torah, is considered paramount down to the last letter. Translations or transcriptions are frowned upon for formal service use, and transcribing is done with painstaking care. Naturally, one wonders how a document with so many letters can be produced with no errors. Of course, some errors are inevitable in the course of production. If the error involves a word other than the name of Hashem, the mistaken letter may be obliterated from the scroll by scraping the letter off the scroll with a sharp object. If the name of Hashem is written in error, the entire page must be cut from the scroll and a new page added, and the page written anew from the beginning. The new page is sewn into the scroll to maintain continuity of the document. The old page is treated with appropriate respect and is buried with respect rather than otherwise destroyed or discarded. As I read this, I started to realize the amazing amount of effort that is put into creating a Torah. I then went and looked up the word dedication, and I found the words I was looking for. Dedication, in the terms I was looking for, is defined as complete and wholehearted devotion. Then I thought how this whole day of the Torah dedication relates to my parents. The amount of effort and time that goes into 60 years of marriage, like creating a Torah, is not always without problems and mistakes. But they eventually are corrected, so the final outcome is always in sight. Just as a beautiful Torah is completed, so is the beautiful family you created with all your devotion to each other and to us. Just as we dedicated this Torah in your honor, it is because of your dedication and complete and wholehearted devotion to each other that we are all here today to celebrate with you. We love you very much, and we wish you many, many, many more years together. Thank you.
On the speech, so she was going to say something.
This is a first.
And I hope you will understand, in spite of my accent. We are very blessed. Henry and I are so blessed. We want to thank our children, Molly and Steve, Julie and Doran, Fran and Carrie, for dedicating this Torah in our honor. We are so blessed and grateful to Hashem to have such wonderful children, grandchildren, and great-grandchild, Matan, whom we love so very much, so very much. We also want to thank all our family, in-laws, friends, and neighbors for coming to help us celebrate this dedication. We hope that in this merit, my brother Emil will get better soon, and we will all have many healthy and good years to come. Thank you so much.